I can't go out. I'm sick.
Boo, you whore. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Outgoing
Without Going Out.
I'm Gabby.
And I'm Lexi.
And we're the Fuller Sisters.
Back on our couch, back in sweats, recording a good old-fashioned podcast.
So last week was obviously a little bit more of a heavy topic, a very good conversation and very fitting for this time of year, but we figured
We were in our feels. It was like a little bit, not like you said, not heavy per se, but like just like a serious,
more of a serious episode.
A topic. This time we asked you guys some crazy fun icebreaker questions. If you know me, you know that I have a list mentally, not like an actual list, of like random questions that I just love to ask people. I love rapid fire icebreaker questions. So we kind of, just like put out some feelers on the stories, and we got a lot of responses. You guys seem to really like playing along, so we're just going to chat through what everybody had to say on these polls, questions, question boxes, things like that.
But before we get into that, you guys know how it rolls. Let's get into the life updates.
Did you have an awesome time? Did you drink awesome shooters and listen to awesome music and then just sit around and soak up each other's awesomeness?
Okay, so practices are starting back up this week. I still cannot believe I've been coaching LJ. That feels so unreal to say. And like the group me was made, everyone's like chatting in it. We're all putting like pictures of ourselves and like giving a little fun fact about us. And I'm just like,
for people who don't know what LJ is, please elaborate.
LJ is Lady Jags, the Top Gun Lady Jags, the medium senior 6 world's team at Top Gun. It is so surreal to me because like it was already unreal that I was even like a part of Top Gun as like an athlete, and then now that I'm a coach was one thing, and then now that I'm a coach of a world's team and like Lady Jags, like their second OG world's team ever, like crazy to me. I'm so excited for that. So it'll be interesting. I'm a little bit nervous. Obviously, it's like something new. It's a huge jump from what I was used to, but I'm very excited for that. So practices start this week. I'm also very excited to start Senior 2 back up again because we have a lot of returners, and that team just loves each other and loves cheerleading, and just it is so fun. Like the practices are only an hour and a half, and we're probably laughing 45 minutes. Like half of that time is just laughing, having a good time, and yeah, I don't know, they just make my job so easy, and we have the most fun ever. So I'm very excited to have another season with them and just get practice started back up again on a normal schedule and see how the season's gonna go. But besides that, we're in the part of the year where Lexi, you get to experience this now for the first time, where it's about to go to hurricane season, which means the forecaster shows rain every day, and it's
a mystery. That's what I'm frustrated about.
Well, yes, because
I just want to know.
It doesn't mean it's going to rain all day. It could mean it would literally rain for 10 minutes, but you don't know that until the day of, and even if it thinks it knows that, like today said it was going to rain literally from 12 p.m. on, it hasn't rained a single time yet. So it's really hard to plan everything. You kind of have to like play it by ear of what the weather's going to be, which is not so much fun, but like...
When is hurricane season officially? Like, do you know?
It's like towards the end of summer, and you know that
I can Google it.
When we actually get hurricanes is more towards like September, October.
I know that turtle season is May 1st to October 31st, I think. And certain spots on the West Coast have what's called turtle law, where from, I think it's sundown to sun up, bars and restaurants can't have like bright lights and stuff because it throws off the turtles. Yes, at least Fort Myers Beach, they were telling us that they have turtle law, so they close early.
Wow.
Yes.
I love that. I love that we love our animals.
I got stuck. It is on my bucket list. I don't know how I'm going to make it happen, but it is on a list that I want to see the turtles hatch.
Yeah.
Preferably in the next like year or two. But hurricane season is a 6-month window from June 1st through the end of November.
All summer long.
So that's also like off season in Florida. Like tourist season is
winter.
They say turkey to rabbit. So November, like Thanksgiving to Easter is like touristy season. So
right, because everyone flees the cold weather. And honestly, summer sometimes it gets a little too hot. So the rain's not like a bad thing. It's just a little defeating looking at the weather forecast and it just shows rain every day because you don't know what that means.
Like I said, my issue with it is more so just like not knowing the weather. I love looking at it and like seeing what the weather's going to be, and like we're even trying to figure out plans for tomorrow as we're recording this. I was going to drive to Gabby's Coast with Sean when he gets off work to go to my aunt's house, but it's like if it's going to rain, we're not going to do that. But we don't know if it's going to rain. So it's
Right.
like, how do you plan anything?
Especially with a 2-hour drive, it's hard.
Yeah.
Because, like, you literally don't even know until you'd have to leave.
Yeah. Anyways, do you have any more life updates for us?
Other than that, I really want to spend this week finishing cleaning out the apartment because, unfortunately, I have a feeling we're going to end up staying there, which is no fun.
Dun dun dun.
But I just feel like that's the most financially responsible decision to make. It's the most, like, in this period of life, probably the best stage. I feel like the housing market is just not it, and there's no rush for me to, like, move into a house just to say I bought a house at, like, a young age or whatever, like, because it would just be dumb financially. So regardless of me saying that, it just wouldn't be the best money decision. So I have a feeling we're probably gonna end up staying where we are because we're, like, technically, like, grandfathered in to pretty low of a rent compared to what everything is around us. So, like, I would probably be losing less money just spending, like, the rent for the year than if I were to buy a house right now with interest rates and with how high these houses are to try to turn around and sell it in a few years because I'm not planning on buying my forever home anyway, to probably lose way more than that. So it's just like a horse apiece, you know? So unfortunately, with that being said, I want to declutter and, like, clean out so much of the apartment. Obviously, you know, Lexi came and helped me do the closet already. I still have, like, my vanity, the bathroom, Justin's closet, the guest room, like, it's just everywhere in the house needs done.
They're like bursting at the seams.
Yeah, we really are. Which is why we wanted to move.
10 out of 10 recommend a storage unit.
I feel like the stuff I have, though, I just need to, like, get rid of what I don't want. Like, I have a couch in the guest room that I was, like, holding on to until we moved into a house, but it's just, like, it's not even that comfortable of a couch. Super cute couch. Fits the aesthetic. But, like, it's just not practical at this point. We're going to have to sell that, get a dresser for that other room for all of Justin's clothes so they're organized, and that room is just always a mess because the poor kid doesn't have, didn't give him a single hanger in my closet. There's no room for that. So he had to take over the whole guest room, and it's just, like, not an ideal situation. So we need to, if we're going to make the decision to stay there another year, I just really need to clean out the entire place and make it more of a comfortable living situation for the next year. So that's pretty much all that I have to update you on.
So long story long, cheers starting back up and decluttering the apartment. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. My life updates. Sean is off for his shift this week, so it's called his Kelly week. So he has off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week. We're going to do a little staycation, if you will. So depending on the weather, which we just talked about.
Are you actually staying anywhere?
No, we're staying here. But, like, I'm saying, like, staycation in the sense of, like, exploring fun things around here to do every day. Like, our plan was to,
try
like,
to turn it into
a staycation. Like we're staying home. Oh, he's off. Like, it's a vacation. But we're going to go to, like, different beaches, different areas, explore, do fun things. Depending on the weather. We were going to do, like, we have a reservation to go to Topgolf on Tuesday.
Fun.
Like, things like that. However, if it rains,
you can still do Top.
Yeah, we can do Topgolf, but what I'm saying, like we were gonna go to different beaches and, like, shops and restaurants and things like that.
Out again.
Yeah, but if it rains, we might do some adulting things. Like, I have to go to the DMV and switch to a Florida driver's license. I have to get Florida car insurance.
Ooh,
I need to. Well, yeah, but Sean eventually needs to switch as well. He's figured out if he wants to get a new truck. His lease is up at the end of September, I think, or October. I have to find, like, all new doctors. Just, like, you know, the adulting things that I need to do. I need to, like, go find a notary for something for residency. So if it rains, I should get some of that done because I haven't done any of that. We'll see. But basically, either way, either a productive week or a fun week, depending on the weather. That's all the life updates that I have. I'm getting sad because I'm already in my last month off. I can't believe it's, like, going to be June.
You've only been here, like, a week, 2 weeks. Like,
has it been 2 weeks? I feel like
if that,
time is flying by. And I'm going to have to start residency soon, which will still be fine. I think I'm just dreading the first month. Like, I'm dreading having to drive in, like, 3.5 hours on the weekend, being by myself again. Even more so, being in an apartment that's, like, half empty in a city I don't know anyone, by myself, without my pets. At least when I was by myself in Buffalo, I had the pets.
You should make it a whole thing, though. You should do, like, a series on your YouTube channel of, like, living life on your own, exploring. Like, I feel like Gainesville is such a college town. Like, it's a safe area for you. You can, like...
It's not
for real
necessarily safe.
Really?
Some areas are.
I don't know.
And yeah, it's a college town, but it's like it's a summer break, so it's not like there's football games. It's not
True.
like there's anything happening. I mean, I'm gonna make the most out of it. There's a Bole, that's a positive. There's a Trader Joe's, that's a positive.
There's another restaurant I sent you on TikTok that
Bento people said is good.
You know, do you like sushi? You need to like sushi. You need to grow up.
Like sushi. I've been trying other sushi. But it's just like not like sushi's kind of how I feel about like salad.
Oh, but it's so
like, it's not gonna fill me up.
It's so refreshing, and it can.
Okay.
If you're watching the YouTube video right now,
Gabby's making a mustache out of her hair.
If
you're not watching the YouTube video, go check it out.
It's been a long day. We woke up at 5 a.m. So I'm hitting that. It's gonna be a fun podcast because I'm delirious, but I'm still new to this whole the cameras on while we talk thing.
And she's like playing around with
fidgeting.
Like, we will up our appearance game as well, maybe next time.
I don't know if we will.
We're keeping it real over here on the
promise
couch.
that.
We're literally podcasting from our couch, but yeah, that's our little life update. Why don't we hop into the win of the episode?
Glen Coco? Fought for you, Glen Coco. You go, Glen Coco.
Segueing right into basically what we were just talking about, but the win of the week is taking our podcast to the next level. Batching episodes, really getting ahead of the game, putting these episodes on YouTube, planning them,
getting content for the Instagram.
And I feel like they've been good episodes. You would think almost backwards, you'd be like, oh, they're trying to batch content, they're trying to push this many episodes out so fast, like they wouldn't be good. I feel like they've been better than they have been in a long time.
I agree. I think we found like the passion for like the podcast because it's so much better when we're sitting
together
with each other.
It's so much easier.
I just
the
enjoy
internet
this
connection
as an
on
actual
FaceTime.
conversation.
Right.
We're hanging out on the couch together. This is why the podcast started. And we're living in the same place.
Almost. Close enough. Closer
Close
than we
enough.
have been.
I've seen you twice this week.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I mean, we
More
just
than,
have to keep it up. Watch. We'll do this and then Gabby will be like, okay.
No, it's going to be harder, obviously, when you start residency, but I'm also going to have a lot of weekends off. I just hate that. I wish we could just meet in the middle somewhere, but, like, we'd literally be on the side of the road in the swamps. Like, there's not even rest areas on the way.
Yes, correct. We're still house hunting, so hopefully we will find something a little bit more south, which will at least make the drive a little bit better. But, yeah, that's our win. Why don't we hop in to the favy fave?
I saw Katie Heron wearing army pants and flip-flops, so I bought army pants and flip-flops.
Do you want me to go first? My favorite of the week is the book I'm reading, Verity by Colleen Hoover, and I feel like literally everybody in the world posts about this book on their Instagram story, but I'm hooked already. I'm not done with it. It's been hard to read with Gabby here, but I'm going to pick it up a little bit, and everyone says you're just going to fly through it, and I do think so. At least from what I can tell already, I'm pretty hooked already, so.
Love that
Very
for you.
excited. Love a good Kindle day by the pool, so maybe if it doesn't rain, we'll have one of those.
My favorite is that Stranger Things is back. I got hooked on the Stranger Things bandwagon a little bit late, so I think I binged all of it after season 3 was already out. So I watched season 1, 2, and 3 in a row.
Same.
And then I had to wait like 3 years for the next season. So I was a little bit sad about that because I was not used to that. I literally watched them like back to back to back. I don't know why, I just never thought I would like it. So like I never watched it when it was like all the hype about it. Loved it. So this is your sign if you also thought that, to go watch it. But I'm very happy that they're coming back. Well, that it's out already the next season. And they're coming out with another one already, I think later on this year, which I'm very excited about.
I think it's July, actually. I want to say they did like May and July, if I remember correctly. I think I'm going to have to start from season 1. And
really?
Maybe at least season 3.
I asked Justin because we were going to rewatch season 3, and he was like, I feel like I remember everything. And I was like, you know what? I feel like as soon as it would come on the screen, I would remember everything.
That's what I thought about Ozark. And then I had to go back and rewatch at least. Yeah. I felt like I didn't. Like, when shows wait so long to record a new season, I feel like I watch too many shows. I think that's the issue.
Well, yes, you do. For sure you do.
I love TV. I love watching TV shows. But... okay, yeah, that's a good favorite. I will get to it at some point. We've got a lot of shows on the docket.
Yeah, we're still trying to get through Bridgerton. My
It's
mom
a slow
is
burn.
really trying to force us to watch it because she wants to talk about it.
When we started it the other night, I was feeling it. Like, I was getting back into it. So after we record this, we'll watch some
the rest
more.
of the night.
Yeah,
we need to order food. I don't know what we're going to eat.
Okay. Well,
We'll figure that out later.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's have some fun. This beat is sick. I want to take a ride on your disco stick.
Ew, that sounds like
Basically like porn
ew
in a song.
Okay.
And me, literally 12 years old, I want to take a ride on your disco stick. Let's play love game. Having
Okay.
no idea what I'm singing at the top
All
of my
right.
lungs.
Let's get into it. First poll says, on an airplane, would you rather sit on the window or the aisle? Gabby, what is your answer?
Big window girl, always, 100%.
And I'm an aisle girly.
Which is why it works out great. Mom would sit in the middle.
78% said window, 22% said aisle. And I said, why? I want to know why. For me, when I sit in the aisle, I feel less trapped. I feel like if I have to go to the bathroom, which I usually don't on planes because plane bathrooms honestly kind of scare me.
Same.
But if I have to go to the bathroom, I can without feeling like awkward about like making somebody get up. Like that last plane I was on, the girl, I was in the middle, but the girl in the aisle fell asleep and I didn't want to wake her up.
I don't think I've ever, when sitting in a window, went to the bathroom. Unless it was like my family next to me. I don't think I've ever made a stranger get up to go to the bathroom.
I know, but
I
you
always
have
make sure
to.
I pee before I get on the plane.
Right,
100%.
but I can't sleep on planes anyways, and I feel like that's a lot of people's reason
Yeah,
to
so
sit
that's
at
what I
the
was going to
window.
say. I like it because I can lean against the window. I like to have a good view. And I'm just most comfortable like sitting in a ball knowing that I don't have to be next to a human. And I can just lean as much as I want into the window. So we're going to read some of your reasons of why you picked it.
Sean did a stupid reason, but then he said his actual reason is he likes to get up if he has to go to the bathroom and take a poop during the flight.
You get the best photos by the windows. I agree.
That is true. This person said they feel more in control of the situation, but I don't know if that means in the window or the aisle.
I would
They
assume
didn't tell
window,
me.
because if you're feeling turbulence, you can look outside and be like, oh, we're just going through the clouds. Like, we're not breaking down. You know? I would assume that, but she didn't say.
This one says you can stretch in the aisle. I agree. Some people say the window because they get sick on the plane so they can sleep. Fair. A lot of people saying the views. They like the views of the window. Everybody else pretty much agrees. If you're an aisle person, it's because you like more space and you like to get up. If you're a window person, it's because
You like the view,
you like the view,
to
you
sleep.
like to sleep. Yeah, that's pretty much like.
Okay, we started easy, though. The questions get harder answers as we go along. So,
Yeah, everything else, everyone agrees.
going into the
reasons.
next one.
Do you, okay, first of all, are they called read receipts or read receipts?
Read receipts, but technically
But it's when you've read
receipts
the
'cause
message.
it shows when you read it. Yeah, I don't know. Everyone calls it read receipts, right?
Okay. Do you have them on? Honestly, this is more people than I thought that said yes. I've never had mine on. I don't really understand why you would put it on, to be honest.
I had to have mine on in my last toxic relationship because he had to know if I read the message or if I was ignoring him. Now I don't have them on at all.
I don't really know a scenario where as the person reading the messages why that would be beneficial, but 39% said yes, 61% said no. That's more people than I thought that would say yes. And I want to know why. I said I don't want people to know they like I read the message. I get back. I don't really ignore text messages though.
No,
Like,
and
get
if I
back
do
to
it
people.
accidentally.
This person says yes, so they can see I read their text without needing to reply. So they just want to be like, okay, I saw it.
I do get that sometimes because I'm like, if I like just text you something that I want to make sure that you saw, I at least would feel better knowing you saw it than like not getting a response. But if it's you, I also don't care to literally just text you again. But I could see that.
This person says because if I'm mad at them, they know I'm ignoring them. Probably not what it's used for, LOL. This person wants them to know that she's mad. A lot of people are saying some people have them on for some people, but not others.
That's what I used to do.
That could be interesting. A lot of people just say, like, I don't want them to think I'm ignoring them. I just didn't get to it. This is a good thought. This person says yes because it holds me accountable to respond. So you don't open them unless you are.
I get that.
But I don't open texts unless I'm ready to answer them
Responding, I
anyways.
agree. Okay, so going off of that, I don't know what this is called, but we definitely have differentiating views and ideas on this. You know when your phone's locked? Or even when it's not. When it's on your phone and a text bubble comes up on top, do you have it show the message or do you not? You
I do
don't.
not.
I do. I
don't.
love on my lock screen just having it show me the message right there. I want to know what it says. I want to know.
I'm the
able
opposite.
to read it.
I
wanna
want to be able.
I don't want to have to open the message to see what it says.
I just want to be able to see who it's from. I don't want to start reading it because then I'll read the whole. Like I just don't. It's too much. The same reason I don't have my texts come up on my laptop. it's just distracting too much. I mean, I've been a student, so that's kind of why. Like, in school, I didn't want it coming up. But also privacy reasons, like in public places. I feel like I don't want people looking over my shoulder and reading my text on my lock screen.
I don't know.
Not that I have anything to hide, but I don't know.
Having them out and just being able to send messages.
A lot of people are saying, like, they don't want people to know. I want to ignore people. I read the text and don't answer it. This person said they're just too lazy to turn it off. This person says they don't know. They just have them on. So, lots of conflicting views. But I will just say a lot more people have them on than I thought. Next, which is more embarrassing at someone else's house? Leaving skid marks or clogging the toilet? I would say clogging the toilet.
For sure, as did majority of people. 88% said clogging the toilet, 12% said leaving skid marks. I feel like clogging the toilet is hard to blame on anyone else.
Yes.
Skid marks could potentially have been the person before you, so it's less embarrassing.
It requires intervention from the homeowner sometimes if you clog the toilet, whereas skid marks, it's embarrassing if someone walks in after you, but you don't have to fix the problem. And that pretty much is what everyone's saying. I was kind of looking for someone to respond why the skid marks would be more embarrassing, but I think the people that answered that didn't respond because everyone's pretty much agreeing. Some people just said it just is. So maybe those are the people with the skid marks that just...
Maybe that just happened to them. So they have a personal experience where, like, maybe they haven't clogged the toilet, so it's not. But
all right.
This next one was a topic of conversation in some of my friends the other day. So I figured it was a good one. I wanted to see what the people had to say.
Okay.
Do you keep socks on for sexy time?
Or intimate time, whatever you want to call it.
74% said no, take them off. 26% said just leave them. I'm more of the just leave them. It's not attractive if, like, it's not going to get me in the moment if, like, someone's like, ooh, let me take your socks off first.
This is pretty polar views from each side.
I do understand the, like, being fully naked and, like, just having socks on. I get that it's awkward, and maybe it's just, like, not awkward because obviously I'm in, like, a comfortable relationship over a year now, but, like, I also, like Lexi just said as we were sitting down, she's like, what is that? I thought it was metal. My feet get really cold. So I just like being comfortable with socks on because I don't want to be having freezing toes also.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm just lazy. That is the answer. If I have them on, they're staying on.
Yeah.
If I don't have them on...
Yeah, I don't purposely go put them on.
Gabby goes and puts socks on. Okay, so...
Before you do that,
these people, though, have some, like... strong opinions.
But I also feel like it's more awkward if it's already starting to then have to, like, reach down and take your socks off. Or what do? Just, like, dig at it with your feet? Like, I feel like at that point, just leave them on.
That they just take them off. This one says, off because being barefoot is more intimate. Off, it's weird if they're on. I get cold easily, so I'm leaving them on. Oh, she's the kind of person that doesn't mind wearing socks to bed either, so they're definitely not coming off. She's keeping them on. I hate socks, barefoot all the way. I feel weird to keep them on. The only exception is if it's super cold out. I hate toes, so socks are staying on for this person. I don't feel sexy with socks on. A lot of people, to be honest, either way, socks make my feet feel claustrophobic in bed. This one says, who TF does this?
Like, I don't put them on, but, like, if they're on, I'm not gonna take the time to take them off if I, like, I don't know.
This one says, apparently it's a better experience to keep the socks on. I've
Maybe
heard studies say that.
Really?
I have heard, yes, studies say, I don't know who studies and if they're accurate, but some of these people really gave us like 3-part answers. They like to keep their socks on for better pleasure.
Okay, yeah, so this is what this one says. Keeps my feet warm so my heart doesn't have to pump a lot of blood to the feet, but instead it pumps more blood to where it needs to go for bigger pleasure. Maybe that's what the study was.
Feels like a stretch to me.
But I don't know, but I like where she's going with it. I like that, like, she had reasoning behind it.
A lot of people say they just, like, hate the feeling. They get too hot with socks on. I can, like, kind of see that. For me, like, I don't know, I guess I kind of sleep in socks only in the winter if I'm really, really cold and they're slipper socks.
See,
regular ankle socks, I can't do.
But it's just
Sean's the kind of person when he comes home, he just takes his socks off, even to sit on the couch. He doesn't like to have socks on in the house.
My feet are cold all the time, so I always have socks on.
I like slippers. Socks do feel constricting sometimes. Like I kind of feel like it's like a bra, in a way, if that makes sense.
I could see where you're going with that.
All right, next one says, if someone doesn't want to date you, would you rather be ghosted, you don't want to know why, or get a text and call saying they aren't into me? I feel like some of these people lied. 14% said be ghosted, 86% said get a text or call saying they aren't into me. I can confidently say I'm the kind of person that overthinks everything, so I want to know.
Right, it's better to at least know one way or the other than to be questioning it.
But I think a lot of these people, I don't want to call you out, but I think a lot of these people say they want to know when they actually don't want that text. Also because I think it's so rare that people say, I will say on the other end, I don't know if I would have the balls to say that it's just not, I'm just not feeling it. I don't like you. I think that's very rare. I don't think a lot of people do that.
Right.
So, I don't know about that. But, let's see. These people, I asked why, of course.
It's getting dark. I'm going to go turn the light on.
Go for it. My mind would go crazy if I don't know. It's polite to say it's just not working. Ghosting is immature. I agree with you. I want to find someone that would prefer to be ghosted.
And I feel like maybe we could have worded this in a way where it's like the other way around. So like,
this
if
one
you
says,
were not into someone, would you ghost them or would you actually tell them? And I'm sure people would probably say they would want to tell them because you want to pretend like you're that mature and responsible. But like at the end of the day,
yeah,
most of us would probably just ghost.
A lot of people say they just want closure and appreciate being somebody straight up so you're not wondering, but I really was hoping I could find somebody. I'd rather be ghosted. It says it all saying nothing at all.
There you go. And then you don't have to have like your feelings hurt more.
There you go. I wanted somebody to sort of defend the ghosting scenario.
I feel like we definitely should have asked this question the other way around, but we didn't. And even then, yeah, I don't know if other people would have actually admitted that they would want to ghost because obviously it's not the correct way to do it, but it happens. Next one. Which option if you could only have one? A dream house in a bad location or a great location in a not great house? It is 67% great location and 33% dream house bad location. I would agree with that. I feel like your dream house is nice as it could be. Like so many people say like, oh my god, I want to move to Texas. The real estate's so cheap. And I'm always like, I don't want to live in Texas.
I don't know. I've heard Austin's popping.
It's just not for me. So like I'd rather live in Florida in an apartment for 5 years straight than move back to Erie, Pennsylvania where I could have had a beautiful house by now.
I think that's a lot of people's thing with New York City is people are like, why would you ever pay that much? But like people that want to live in New York City want to live in New York City.
Right.
I personally was thinking more even on the terms of like we're looking at houses right now here, and the farther north you go in the area that we're at, you can get
more bang for your buck.
Big house with a pool that's beautiful. However, my commute will be longer. So I'm thinking even in that term, would I rather have a location of something convenient, of things to do, my job, etc., and maybe not as big and nice of a house, or my dream house maybe like farther away from everything? And I personally think the location is key. A lot of people say like you can't change the location, whereas you can change the house, parking, weather, things like that. You can't really change, whereas you can kind of upgrade the house, and I kind of agree with that. A lot of other people, though, on the flip side that go for the other one say that they're living in the home, not the location, so the surroundings are more important because you're inside your home. And I kind of see that point as well.
Right.
I don't know. I get both sides. I'm looking for like if there's anything controversial. A lot of people say safety for the location. I do like totally see that being like a scenario.
I spend more time inside my house, so I would prefer that to be as perfect as possible.
This one says if you can afford your dream house, you can afford good security. I do kind of see what you're saying there. I was thinking more in terms of like if you can have only one and not the other.
See, I wasn't thinking a not so
safety.
great. Yeah, I wasn't thinking safety. I was
You're thinking convenience,
like
views,
like on the beach or like in the swamps type of thing. Like,
yeah. Dream location, I'd rather live in a shack. Who cares? Yeah, I see what you're saying. This one says, hard question, you have to like the house you're living in and be comfortable in it. I do. Like, okay, so say, let's take it to the house is safe, but it's a studio apartment, very basic. You have a twin size bed, but location is great. You are convenient to everything. There's a lot to do around you, good restaurants, you can walk everywhere. Or you have to drive 30 minutes, 30 minutes to a good grocery store. Your commute to work is also 30 minutes. You like kind of are more in like a rural area, but your house is 3-bed, 3-bath. You have a pool. You have a great yard, and the house itself is like modern and beautiful, and or whatever you prefer. Which one are you taking?
It depends on is the 20 to 30 minutes, you're just 20, 30 minutes out of like a big city, or you're like 20 to 30 minutes out of like everything.
Things you want to do, restaurants. Like there's like one small grocery store and it's 15 minutes away.
Okay, see that I would probably do the apartment more. But if it was like a house and it was just, if I could drive like 20 to 30 minutes and then have access to where that apartment would be or like whatever, then it'd be a different story. But if like I had to drive 20, 30 minutes one way for like a store and then 20 to 30 minutes the other way for a mall and like then the other way for a Trader Joe's and like that stuff, like everything was split apart different ways, then the dream house wouldn't be worth it. I feel like you wouldn't get to enjoy it as much because you'd have to spend so much time doing other things to make it convenient.
Yeah. I think it's interesting though, like what people put as their priority. Like I think it just depends on what you want. Like some people are like, nope, I want my house to be like ready to go, lived in. I can drive to restaurants if I want to. You know, it depends on
I definitely
like,
see both sides of it, but I think
Yeah.
I'm leaning more towards the you can fix a house, you can't fix a location type of thing.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at too. All right, next question. You have 3 items to take on a deserted island. Go. What are yours? Okay, there's 2 ways you can go with this. I feel like you can go for survival or you can go for like
Things you can't live without.
you're
Like
gonna
funny
survive
things.
no matter what.
Okay.
What 3 things are you taking? That's kind of where my head went.
My phone. I can't take people. It's items.
Items.
My phone. My Keurig. To be honest, I feel like as long as I had a nice coffee every day, I'd be good to go. And then start saying yours. I need to think of one more.
So mine's chapstick, a good blanket, and a book.
Ooh, a good blanket was a good one.
Actually, my Kindle. Let's be honest. It has a lot of books. So my Kindle, chapstick, and a cozy blanket.
Okay, this is going to be combined in one, but a bathing suit for the day and comfy sweats for the night. If I could just lay out in good weather and then be cozy at night, I think I'd be good.
Sean's answer. Jennifer Aniston, my cat, and a 6-pack of Nike socks. Why am I marrying this man? I knew he would have good answers. So let's read. There are definitely, again, 2 sides of this. A lot of you. So for ones for survival, it was boat, food, water filter, a tarp, clothes, sunscreen, snacks, my phone. That one's kind of more enjoyable. If you're bringing your phone, you're not thinking too much as survival, but water filter, sunscreen, dried food, plain gas food. All right, here we go. Here's a fun one. Water, bikini, sunglasses.
Might as well just enjoy it. Live your life.
Knife, water, and my GPA.
I read
I
that
think she
GPA,
meant, like-
maybe grandpa.
Oh, that would make way more sense.
I don't think she's taking her GPA to the island.
Here we go. Dr. Pepper, hot fries, and my boyfriend. Love
Good
that
one.
answer. Let's see. This one just says a boat. You have 3 items and you're just bringing a boat. Okay. Phone, pot to boil water, a large boat. Here we go. Water, music, red vines. Love it. If I were to bring, okay, you could bring one snack. Endless, like an endless supply of only one snack.
I'm not a snacker unless I'm in the mood for something, and then it
Cheez-Its.
totally depends on what I was in the mood for. Okay, I was going
I can
between,
eat
like,
Cheez-Its whenever.
See, like,
all the time.
I would say my biggest, like, craving of a snacky food is cheddar jalapeno Cheetos, but, like, I don't know if I could eat those all day, every day.
I could eat Cheez-Its
Cheez-Its?
all the time. And I'm so mad. I wanted to get them at the store the other day, and I convinced Sean that it's fine that he would prefer Wheat Thins over Cheez-Its, and we don't have that much room in there, so I let him get Wheat Thins.
Bad choice.
Biggest mistake of my life.
Bad choice there.
All right. Well, apparently I was the only person who said chapstick. I kind of thought, oh no, here's another one. Sleeping bag, knife, chapstick. Okay. That was a good one.
Good answer.
Good answer. It's like Family Feud. Okay, this one says you have to share a jail cell for a year with anyone famous. Who would you do?
Okay, I know.
Not who would you do. Ooh, sorry. Who would you share a jail cell with?
You're stuck in jail. You can only have sex with one person. Who is it?
I mean, who would you pick?
I always say, like, someone like Sam Smith, I think would just keep me calm. He would sing. I would have fun, I feel like, trying to, like, I feel like it'd be like therapy to get you through it, like writing songs about it, kind of getting to put those emotions into, like, inspiration into another way. And I just feel like that'd be so relaxing to have someone that can just sing to me.
Okay. I would say Ryan Reynolds. I think he would be fun. I think he would be, like, just cool to hang out with. Could also do him
if you wanted.
I could. I don't think that's where my mind was going as much. I just feel like he has good spirits. Like, I feel like if I was getting down, like, he could make me laugh. He'd be fun to hang out with. Blake would probably visit prison.
Oh,
you know,
good
all
call,
the things.
Good call.
So here, let's read some of everybody else's answers. We got Morgan Wallen, Justin Bieber, another Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, yeah, that was you.
Couple Justin Biebers, Kim Kardashian, Harry Styles, Luke Combs, Lil Baby. Sean said Amber Heard. He's such an idiot. A couple Morgan Wallens. Oh, then Sean said Santa Claus. We have Jennifer Aniston, Taylor Swift, Blake Lively. Anyone but Amber Heard. Thank you. Dolly Parton.
Lots of Taylor Swifts.
Lots of Kim K's and Taylor Swifts. Wow. Lots of Taylor Swifts. Robert Pattinson.
Okay, well, I was just going to say, I feel like Kim K is kind of a good answer because she is a lawyer now and her main focus is getting people out of jail. So if you're spending time with her.
Okay, but there's a lot of better lawyers than Kim Kardashian. If you're looking for a get out of jail free card.
Listen, you haven't watched the latest episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
The girl from How to Get Away with Murder.
Viola Davis.
Yes, thank you.
But like, what's her?
Ryan Reynolds. I love everybody saying Ryan Reynolds.
Viola Davis is like the producer of that show.
No, that's Shonda Rhimes.
Oh, you're right. Viola Davis is her then. Yes, you're right. But what's her? Annalise Keating.
Annalise Keating. That's what I'm thinking of. A couple of Gabby and Lexi Fullers. We love you guys. I do not consider myself famous, but I do think I would be a good time.
I also love you all. I don't
till I'm hungry. Gabby,
to sit in jail with
horrid
you.
To be in a jail cell with.
I'll make TikToks with you.
That's all. She would make TikToks and she would use up all of, okay, if Gabby and I were in a jail cell, she would get the comfier bed. She would get everything. I would be screwed.
Not true.
True. Tom Hanks, Will Smith, Dave Portnoy, Snoop Dogg, or Martha Stewart. We are on two ends of the spectrum there.
A chef would be a good answer. As long as they had, like, access to food, that would be a good one. If they could just make you good food.
JC, I don't think you listened to our podcast, but somebody said, JC, is she famous enough? My dog. Not famous. Maddie, Chris Evans. She's thinking in the terms of doing someone in jail. Or Gordon Ramsay. She loves Gordon Ramsay. My best friend from undergrad and roommate loves Gordon Ramsay. Ted Bundy? That's going to be a no for me.
Yeah, I don't think that's...
A couple Zendayas. Maybe it's because I'm not on the... Oh my god, what is that show called? The show with Zendaya.
Shake It Up?
No, the actual one. The one on HBO that everybody watches, or maybe it's on Euphoria. Thank you. I don't know if it's on HBO.
Shake It
Couple
Up.
Billie Eilishes. I think they meant Michelle Obama, but they said Michael Obama. I don't know who that is. Emma Watson, Channing Tatum.
Good to look
Mom
at.
would probably say Channing Tatum. Hands down, Lexi Fuller.
That's always a
You're
fun
the
question
best.
to ask people.
Okay, next. If talent or skill and money were not an option, what career would you do?
Stay-at-home mom. No,
Okay.
Okay. Another one though, like, honestly, I don't know if that'd be my dream career, but like, I wish I could sing more than anything in this world. Okay, let me think. Dream career.
Someone else said stay-at-home mom. You're not alone.
Of something that like involved like talents I don't have.
Ooh, that's a good one. Someone said cosmetology. I would actually love to do other people's hair. That's a lot of talking though. I don't know if I could do like the bedside manner of a cosmetologist. I said working on a boat. Like a cruise ship or something. Okay. I would miss my pets, but like say they could come with, that would be fun. Like working on a yacht or a boat of some sort. That's what I was thinking. Someone said dog trainer, trauma surgeon, be on Broadway, cafe owner. Ooh, owning a cafe or being a barista. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, that's what, as I keep thinking, I'm like, I just don't think I'd want to work.
Wow, a lot of surgeons or pro sports players. Sean says firefighter.
Okay, I mean, pro
Okay,
sports
Sean.
player would make sense because, like, you're literally getting paid to do what you love.
Ooh, interior designer. I don't have the skill for that, but a lot of interior designers. Cafe owner.
I do think being a real estate agent, I love watching Selling Sunset. I love
Okay.
looking at those nice houses. I think that would be a good one. And that'd probably be my choice.
I can't believe how many people said to own a cafe. Like, that's not something I would have thought of, and we have multiple people saying that. Open my own bakery. Another stay-at-home mom. This girl said stripper. Graphic designers.
There's
There's a
a
bunch
couple,
of
yeah.
those. Influencer, acting, athletic trainer, a mom, a fighter pilot. It would be cool to fly planes. I just don't think I have the balls for that. And also, like, I like traveling to an extent, but, like, I love being in my own home. And I feel like being a pilot or something like that, you're not, like, you're on a plane a lot. And I don't really love being on a plane that much. Couple Broadway apple picker. Okay. A couple people said they would start their own clothing line. Just, that would be cool.
That would be fun.
Nursing, that's what I would do regardless. I love that. That's like Sean said, firefighter. You guys are all great people. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love being a dentist, but to go through dental school again, Underwater welding, they make a lot of money. If that's what you want to do, they make a lot of money. I actually think wedding planner would be on my list.
Oh my god, I feel like that'd be so stressful.
I know, but I do think I'd be good at it. I'm good at getting stuff done.
I guess, but like it's just stressful to me if like that is that one person's like perfect day. Like you have to have everything down to a T.
I think I missed the boat on being a personal assistant for a big executive or a famous person. I would kill that job. I'd be stressed, but I would kill it.
When's the last time you watched Devil Wears Prada?
Actually, when they took it off of streaming, which was a couple months ago. We'd have to find it somewhere.
I forgot.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But yes,
Okay.
I do love that.
Let's keep going. Yeah, I feel like that's just what made me think of it.
You could pick any fictional character to be your BFF. Who do you pick?
I don't think I've ever thought of this one.
I said Eric Vanderwoodson. I feel like he would be a solid friend, and he has the connections and the money
True.
to take you cool places without being a brat.
Honestly, Serena was a pretty good friend. Blair was kind of a little toxic. to
Yeah,
her.
but being in Serena's
Shadow.
life is a lot, too. She's got a lot going on.
True.
That's why I said Eric, because you get the benefits of
Serena
without having to be like her friend. Let's read some of your submissions.
Yeah, maybe
Lizzie
some-
McGuire, Dory. Oh, do love Dory. Kim Possible, Lorelai Gilmore.
Hannah Montana's a good one. I mean, Lily Loughlin. What was her name? Lily Loughlin. What the heck was her name?
Lily, no, I was gonna say Stewart, but that's Miley Stewart. Hermione Granger. I was thinking that one. That was another one on my list. Rapunzel, Judy Moody.
Lily Truscott. Didn't she have a fake name of like Lily, like when she was Hannah Montana's friend?
I don't know.
Wasn't it? Am I making that up?
A lot of people said Jess from New Girl. I haven't watched that, but I think I would love it. Have you watched New Girl?
Mm-mm.
I think I would love it. A couple different characters from Friends, Gilmore Girls,
Oh, Friends
John
would be
B
a good
from Outer
one.
Banks, Alyssa from It Ends With Us. I haven't seen it. Or It Ends With Us is a book. Disregard. What's that other one? This Is Us. That's the show. Ignore me. A lot of people from Outer Banks. Sarah Cameron, JJ, John B. They are good friends to each other. So I see the appeal.
I do think Rachel and Monica from Friends was a good answer too.
Okay. A lot of Lorelai Gilmore's. I haven't seen Gilmore Girls either, guys. Don't kill me. Hermione Granger, another good one. Alex Russo.
It's a good one. She can just like
Everything is not.
that?
Cast a spell.
crazy, funky, junky cat ever slept.
Maddie said the Weasley twins. Fiona from Shameless. Spencer Reed from Criminal Minds. Junie B. Jones. Love that answer. Rachel Green. You guys had good answers. Good answer.
All right,
Next
we're gonna
one.
Finish these off. We have a couple more. I didn't even read the question. You turned it away. You have a time machine. Where do you take it? Okay, I always said the decade that I'd want to go back to. Like the Roaring 20s would be so
Took
fun.
the words out of my mouth. The Roaring 20s in
Great
New York
Gatsby.
City.
Literally.
Specifically. Oof. This is a good one. Dinosaurs. I would be terrified if I knew I could come back, though. That would be sick.
Yeah, to like experience that would be really cool.
Oh, this one says back to my senior year so I can compete one more time. That's a good one. Sean said go back 10 years and not get married. For the first time, not to me, guys.
Some people say go to the future, which is not like shocking, but like I feel like if I had the chance to go to the past or to go to the future, I'd go back to the past.
I would just freak out if I knew the future. I know myself. Again, with the overthinking. This one says the 80s. That would be fun. This one says back to my childhood to relive memories. This one says to watch my grandparents' childhood. That would be kind of cool. Some of you said specific, summer 2015.
I feel that. Summer doesn't hit the same anymore as it did when we were younger.
Y'all, I can't relate to the people saying going back to high school.
Absolutely.
Oh, back to kindergarten. That would be kind of fun.
Oh my god, but going back to school all over again? Oh, going back to kindergarten over and over again. I thought it said going back to kindergarten to do it all over again. Like as in school, and I was like, not doing that ever again.
A lot of you said the 90s or the roaring 20s. Those are like the most common
We also have
ones.
some history lovers that would like to go back to certain wars or like just certain historical times. Beyonce's Coachella performance.
That's funny. Okay. Next, what scares you the most?
Men.
For me, it's losing loved ones. That's like unexpectedly is scary. A lot of people agree with me. Losing loved ones. The dark. A lot of people just said death. Sorry, this is like a downer question, but I always like think that this question like is a good conversation. Because
Another
it's
one
like,
that
why does that scare you?
It's not definitely my biggest fear, what scares me the most, but something that really stresses me out is whether it's a car, a boat, anything any like moving vehicle.
Without brakes?
No.
Oh.
Like when I hear a noise or when something goes wrong, I panic and I think of the worst situation ever. Like I'll hear something, I run over and I'm immediately like, I'm stuck on the side of the road with a flat tire, no one's gonna answer my call, I'm gonna be stranded here, like no one's gonna help me. Like we were on a boat not that long ago and we hit, I don't even know, maybe we don't know if it was the bottom of the ocean, a turtle.
Oh my god,
like
I hope it wasn't a turtle. It was probably
No,
a
I
rock.
don't know. We don't know what it was. And it just like shifted the propeller and the boat started shaking and my brain immediately went to what if it hit something that the gas is now leaking and we're going to turn the boat back on and it's literally going to burst into flames. Like I was panicking. I was like, let's just call the towboat. I'll split the cost. Like let's just get back. I don't know why something like that just stresses me out so much.
I get what you're saying. Most common answers are either death in general, losing loved ones, or the dark. Let's read some specific ones. Sean said, besides losing loved ones, encountering a wild pack of geese. As someone who has been chased by geese, I understand that.
There's some snakes, some spiders,
Failing,
heights.
sex trafficking, the ocean. I do feel like a lot of people are afraid of the ocean. Needles, being kidnapped. When I was little, that's something scary. Thinking about raising kids in this world, I can understand that
my
is
God.
kind of scary. What?
Another thing.
My mom or
would
dad
be-
yelling.
Another thing that I think would be like literally the worst scenario ever is wrongfully going to prison and literally no one believes you even though you're telling the truth.
Can I
That
just
would
say,
stress me out so much. I'd like
I have had
literally wouldn't know what to do.
actual nightmares of that, or one of you guys coming to me with like something that happened and like a crime and me having to morally decide if I'm going to help you cover it up and then having to live with almost being caught, or like them discovering like what went wrong and like having to cover it up or whatever. Like I have those stress dreams all the time. This is a little random tangent really fast, but I've been having dreams where I park my car and I can't find it, mainly because since my horn doesn't work when I lock it, you can't hear it. But I lose my car in parking lots in almost every nightmare these days. I don't know if what that says about me,
Weird.
but all right, moving along. Do you think it's easier to date in 2022 or before dating apps and technology?
I would say it's easier to meet people, but relationships I feel like held more value kind of, or were more natural in the old days.
Almost everyone is saying before. I think it's, yes, easier to meet people and there's more abundance of people to meet and like talk to and explore the dating world, but I think there's more temptation now, so it was easier.
And I would say maybe it's easier to meet people, but it's harder to find the good people for you.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I feel like in the old days, you would go somewhere that you enjoy, and then you'd find people that were there, obviously, because they enjoy that too. Where now you're just scrolling on dating apps, and it's like, do they want you, or do they just want to like have some fun and not take it seriously type of thing, or like.
All right, another poll. Do you view social media as mostly good and positive or bad and negative? This one is close. 59% said good and positive, 41% said bad and negative.
I'm on the good and positive side. I use it as inspiration. I
Entertainment
use it
for me.
entertainment, fun. Again, we talked about this last week. It's like an art form for us, so I'm on that side. I could see the negatives of it,
For
but I
sure.
feel like it comes to mindset
And
with
who
it.
you follow.
and boundaries, and yes.
Who you follow for sure. And if you're using it, like, I think a lot of people would say it's bad because you can get away with less, people judge you for more, but like, I think it holds people accountable a little bit more too. Like, you gotta be a good person. All right, last one. You can switch lives with any Kardashian or Jenner for a day. Who do you pick?
Off the top of my head, Stormy or Saint West, 100%. Now,
One
if I
of
had to
the
pick a
kids.
core one,
I pick Kendall.
I would probably do.
You'd pick Kylie, I
Kylie.
think.
Yeah.
So most common answers, Kendall and Kylie. Like, everything
Chris.
I'm reading
Chris
is
is a good
Kendall,
one.
Kylie. Chris is a good one. Wow, a lot of people say Kendall. Maddie's on board with you. She says North.
Yeah.
Almost overwhelmingly Kendall and Kylie, though. Holy crap.
Some Kims.
A couple
is like-
Kims. I
yeah.
would have expected more Kims, to be honest. But overwhelmingly, almost every answer is Kendall, Kylie.
Stormy. There's a Stormy.
Chris, I feel like she knows all the gossip. Absolutely Chris. Chloe, because of her
Oh my
organization.
God, imagine the secrets that family knows.
Mm-hmm.
Just being in their brain for a day. So cool. I'm sure.
All right, well, I hope you guys had fun. I had fun learning about this. I feel like this is an episode we could do, like,
Every
a
so
couple
often.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I really enjoyed this, and it was really fun to, like,
I agree.
chat about that. Maybe we could do, like, this or that, would you rather's, unpopular takes, hot takes. We could do, like, hot takes.
Hot Pockets.
We could ask people for their hot takes and have people vote on it.
Okay.
Did you say hot pockets? Actually, that sounds
Yeah, I'm hungry.
so good.
So we're gonna
We're gonna go eat. We're gonna end this, and we're gonna watch Bridgerton. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give it a thumbs up. Share it on your Instagram story. If you're listening on podcast, go ahead and rate, subscribe, review, all that good stuff. And we'll talk to you guys in the next episode. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Outgoing
without going out.
Bye.